Hey y'all, this book is called A Matter of Heart by Amy Fellner Dominy. Don't really know how to say her last name. That's okay. So, this was good. I liked it. The only thing I didn't like was the swearing. You know what, that's all I'm gonna say. There's swearing, didn't like it. That's your warning. Otherwise, overall, it was fine and clean. But I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. So, I'm trying to see when it was published. 2015. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So basically, it's a swimming book, and her name's Abby. She's a really good swimmer. She's trying to qualify for the Olympics. She has been winning awards for years. Her dad had been a swimmer as well, but broke his collarbone and had to be done. And so he's kind of like living through her, and she's trying to make him really proud. Spoiler alert, I'm going to explain the conflict because that's what I want to talk about today. So, if you don't want spoilers, stop watching. Now's your chance. She gets dizzy after one of her meets where she wins, and she was swimming really fast. And it turns out that her coach makes her go to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. And she has a heart condition. And let me get to the back. Okay, so the heart condition, hopefully I can say this correctly, is a real thing. Like, it's a heart condition in real life, even though the rest of the story is fiction. It's called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. I don't really know how to say that, but it's shortened to HCM. And something that I liked about this book was that it dealt with the real heart condition. It's a real thing. And at the back, the author, Amy Fellner Dominy, whatever her name is, she puts an author's note about that. She said, there's two facts that she says. She says, HCM is the #1 cause of sudden death in young athletes. And #2, typical school physicals don't test for and cannot detect HCM. So it often goes unnoticed. And basically, it's when part of your heart is enlarged. And so when your heart rate spikes, like these high school athletes, like Abby in the story when she's swimming, it can cause dizziness, shortness of breath, passing out, and ultimately death. And she talks about, there are all these, she just talks about how many kids have died from this. And that's part of why she wrote the book. She had wanted to write a book about a student athlete because her kids were athletes. But then when she learned about this and how that could so drastically change someone who's very much driven by their sport, that's why she wanted to write about it. So Abby struggles because, like I said, she's trying to qualify for the Olympics. So she struggles with heart condition, these amazing goals, pressure from her father, pressure from her team. You know, it's... Amy, the author, did a very good job. She explained things well. She shows everyone's opinions well on the matter. You feel the stress, you feel the concern, you feel the hope. It was well done. And something that I loved, in her author's note, it says, this book is dedicated to the memories of all those who have lost their lives to HCM and to the hope that as awareness grows, more teens will be tested and more lives will be saved. The great news is that once HCM is detected and treated, a person can live a completely normal life. Also, a portion of the books, a portion of the proceeds from her book was donated to the Anthony Bates Foundation, which is a foundation to raise awareness and to help kids be detected. So basically, I liked it because the story was well done and it was interesting. And like I said, you could feel what the characters were feeling. But I also liked it because it was more than just a story. She had a very important point that affects lots of people. People who have HCM can read this book and have a connection. It's raising awareness in and of itself. Her book was more... I don't know, a lot of books are more than just a story, and you sometimes have to look for that. Hers was a lot more obvious. She straight up explains it in the author's note and everything. But I just liked that. I liked that she had this purpose and that she has a goal, and I like that she's donating proceeds to that foundation. She's actually making a difference with her writing, which is why I write. I want to ultimately make a difference. Anyway, so you should check it out. A Matter of Heart by Amy Fellner Dominy. I just found it in my library, came across it, looked cute. So I encourage you to check it out. Just remember, warning, the swearing. It's not even that excessive though, so whatever, up to you. I'm just putting that out there in case that bothers you. But it was pretty good. The writing was pretty good. It was very realistic. She did a nice job. Anyway, keep reading.